Trying to grab the attention of any group of people, let alone students, is not always as easy as it seems, and it helps when you have a handful of ideas in your pocket. Stick around if you want to hear 5 quick ways, my go-tos for grabbing my students' attention. I saved the best for last. If you're new here, hi, my name is Alexa Borota. I teach high school English. I also taught middle school language arts for 8 years. For me, number 1, my go-to is the stop and stare down. Now, I know this is kind of controversial. I've heard that for some teachers, this does not work. I don't know that every teacher has the same presence. Grabbing the attention of your students, I think, is kind of personal. So if you don't have that stare down presence about you, then maybe you should try something else. But for me, I have a lot of success with it. In a nutshell, here's how it kind of works for me. I will start class by standing right there. I will smile. I might even start off with a good morning, how was everybody's weekend? But then eventually I'll just stand there and wait until I have everybody's attention. Let's say I'm standing there just looking around and I have 6, 7, maybe even 8 students who aren't paying attention. Here's what I'll do. I will literally look for any open chair, the closest chair that I can find, and I will pull the chair out, and my movement is now gaining the attention of the room. And then I will actually sit down so that the students who didn't notice me standing there silently, now they notice me sitting down and waiting. If the talking still continues, I'll still wait. I'll do things like look at the clock. If I have my Apple Watch on, I'll look at my Apple Watch. And eventually, if it comes to this, I will say something just very low key, very monotone. I will say, what's due is still due. I am not extending any time on anything. You do not get any extended time in your work. I'm ready when you are. Tip 2, this might sound a little primary, perhaps, maybe, especially if you're a high school teacher, maybe not if you teach middle school, but I truly feel that the 3, 2, 1 method works. Not 5. You are standing there way too long and you're giving them way too much of a grace period to talk, in my opinion. When I'm trying to gain the attention of my students, it's like, right now. Sometimes with the stare down, if a student is truly in the middle of a conversation or they're doing something, whatever it is, I really don't feel that they always notice your presence there, which is why I do the thing where I will grab the chair. But in this case, you're actually going 3, 2, 1. Sometimes I don't even have to say 3, 2, 1. But sometimes you need to take it a step further. Once you've done the stand and stare and the 3, 2, 1, especially as we inch closer to the end of the school year, you might need a few other things up your sleeve. So here are 3 more. 3. Now, in terms of effectiveness, this one's my favorite. If you have a point system in your class, which I hope you do, it's nice to rely on point systems when some of our other systems don't work. You're not paying attention, points are coming off. I'll show you the point system we're using right now. At the current moment in all of my classes, our point system is referring to these 20 minutes that every class potentially has to have in free time on Fridays. So if I'm struggling to get the class's attention, and oftentimes this is due to cell phone use, I won't raise my voice. They know that when I come over here and I take my marker, I slash their minutes and write out the minutes that I'm taking off. That usually does it. That usually grabs their attention. I don't love to go to that one because I don't actually want to take any minutes off. But like I said, in terms of effectiveness, they don't want to lose their points. 4, sometimes to grab the attention of your students, you have to be a little weird. For me, this comes easy. Kids, teenagers love weird things. I can't tell you how to be weird. I'm sure that you have your own set of weird tendencies. Since I'm sharing with you what I do, I'll just show some random ways I can be a little weird and how it will grab my students' attention. Meet my good old friend Michael. Michael is a rat. He lives in my desk, and if I ever feel the need, I will pull him right out of my desk and incorporate him into my lesson. The first reaction is usually, "What the heck is that?" After that, I usually get a, "Can I have Michael? Can I hold Michael? Can I have Michael?" And then there will still be that one student who was absent on all the days I brought Michael out and ask me why I have a rat. So now I can put Michael down or continue to hold Michael if I want to and move on with my lesson. Today we will be talking about... This isn't normal to have in a classroom. So when you pull it out, it will grab their attention, trust me. If you have it in you, just stand in front of your class wait, and speak with a British accent. All right, who is ready to learn and engage in today's lesson? Jose, how was your weekend? That is brilliant. And while you have them, boom, get right into your lesson. The possibilities of being weird and taking out weird things in your classroom are literally endless. I suggest having, just to keep in your back pocket, maybe 5 to 10 slides of super random visuals. They could be personal pictures, pictures that you found online, but something that you're going to put up and you know everyone's going to look at it and go, what is that? Tell them what it is and then dive into your lesson. Number 5 is doing something that includes students, that helps build a connection, a relationship. Doing something in this area will grab their attention because you're including them and you're making whatever it is about them. So here's what I might do. Some kind of question, some kind of survey question that is big and bold and right on the board, or if I want them to get their laptops out, I might address their attention to something online, but then project their answers on the big screen when I'm ready to, when I want their attention. Students will tell you how much they enjoy when you display the answers to the polls you take. You can't just give it and then not do anything with that information. You will get all of their attention. I might ask them a this or that question. It could be related to the lesson for that day, or it could be completely random, whatever I'm thinking of in the moment that's going to get their attention. I'll just write 2 things on the board and quickly ask the whole class what they would vote for. They're engaged, I'm engaged, their brains are alert, and now we can transition to the lesson. I may just stand here, grab my 8-ball that I usually keep on my desk, and I'll just start handing the 8-ball around and have students ask it questions and share whatever the response from the 8-ball is with class. Now, what am I doing? I'm including them. They are the center of attention and they like that, usually. But I would never ask anyone to do this who didn't want to shake it. Maybe I'll walk around the room with one of my weird buttons. I have a few different buzzers. I might just walk around. I'm looking for someone who's wearing crazy socks today, or I'm looking for someone who put the most effort in their journal entry, and I just walk around. And when I reach the student who won, that was easy, just hit whatever buzzer I have. Now, these are my favorite types of attention getters because we're making it about them. Grabbing their attention, getting them involved can be as easy as just standing here. Think of a word. I'm thinking of burrito, meat, wrap, lettuce, Taco Bell, rhymes with despacito, and just let it play out until they guess the word, and there you go. I could literally go on and on with these. I hope you found them helpful, and if you have your own attention grabbing strategy that I have not mentioned, which I have not mentioned quite a few, share them in the comments. I'm also reading. I like to try new things as well. See you next time, folks.